Greetings and salutations, YouTube. Friar Chuck here, and I am back with the next episode of Red Sox franchise. In the last episode, we saw ourselves kind of just struggle through the month of March and April. We're sitting at 15 and 17, which I'm not a real big fan of. I feel like we should be better. I mean, we're the sixth ranked team. Well, we are now. But anyway, all of that led us to decide to make a big move and acquire a new star level player, and that is Anthony Santander from the Toronto Blue Jays. We sent out, what is his name? Reed Detmers and somebody else. I don't remember who. Third baseman Antonio Anderson. So, with that being said, we are now going to attempt to. We are going to play the debut of Santander. And there you go. We see it showing up there. 10 home runs, 24 RBIs, and a 288 average for Santander. Blue Jays kind of in rebuild mode because they have lost Bo Bichette and Vladdy Jr. in this rebuild or in this series. So we gave them a young pitcher that they might could develop. Pete Alonso's here, Luis Angel Acuna, Kobe Mayo's DHing, Bear Henderson's still here. No Jackson Holiday. I don't remember what trade that was. Let's go look at our prospects. Luis Rodriguez has been doing pretty good in AAA. Bryant Welsh is hitting pretty well in AA, nearly at a 300. Ethan Salas offensively still kind of continues to be a struggle. And then Ha, Ramo, and Lynn are all still in single A ball.
Sox taking on the Baltimore.
But we are here.
Just about set to go.
Anthony Santander actually playing against his former team, not the one he was just at, but the one that he came from before he went to
left-handed hitters in this lineup today because
before he went to Toronto.
300 on the year against him, so he's gonna have to figure something out.
Jarren Duran is a three-time All-Star. He's been one both seasons of the franchise so far.
Be able to go with something
But that's not gonna do it.
finish him off.
Cowser makes the play, and there's one down. Christian Campbell up next for the Red Sox.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Rodriguez, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but
Campbell's
when
going
you
to
have
get a
it for
base hit.
starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight
We'll reach
spot,
first on that little
that is
blooper.
pretty valuable.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble.
Rafael
This guy's
Devers up
earned a
now,
longer
facing
leash, and because
the
of
righty
that,
Grayson
confidence grows with the
Rodriguez.
players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out
That's
there,
inside.
they know he'll find his way through
Ball
it.
one.
Rafael Devers stands
Orioles
in
first in
here,
our
leaves
division,
that one
obviously.
off the inside.
We have, of course, played the Orioles both postseasons so far, so we're starting to develop a little bit of a extended rivalry with them, and Devers goes deep. 435, a no-doubter from Rafael Devers, and the Red Sox have an early 2-0 lead
That was blasted.
here in Baltimore.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Now batting Tristan Casas.
Perfect.
One of the stars in the win yesterday.
Tristan is basically right
as he
down the
had
middle.
3 hits. Swing and a ball hammered.
Just late on that
Left
pitch by
field.
Casas.
That's back there. See you later.
But that's over. 385 for Casas, back to back.
Back-to-back homers. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Maybe a little offensive turnaround here.
Back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's
Rodriguez
got his
deals to
timing locked
Bregman, and I
in.
think
He's
that might be
looking
enough to
pretty
get
dangerous
him
at the dish right now.
from to reach. It is safe at first for Bregman.
Unlikely in infield single. Anthony Santander.
All have been pretty good at bats, and here he is, the newest Red Sox, Anthony Santander.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know he's looking to make a big splash here.
How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's
He is
very
actually
much
leading our
being
team
able
in
to have a laser-like
swing, and this
OPS.
one's blasted. It's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Santander needed about 5 foot for that to go over. As it takes the center fielder all the way to the wall.
Now a chance for
I don't actually know who's
Marcelo
playing center
Meyer.
fielder for
He's
the
someone who quickly made a
Orioles. I don't
splash
think
at
it's
this level,
Cedric
Chris, a
Mullins,
former
though.
Rookie of the year.
Marcelo
And a
Mayer is
foul
going to
ball.
foul that one off. Rodriguez is not pitching a very good game. If we were on all of these pitches, we may be
2 outs.
up by a lot more.
Fought off foul.
Because he's giving us a lot of stuff to hit. That one not as much, but it's still a pitch that you could handle a little bit. Perfect by Mayer.
Laser.
That's
Could
going to be a double.
Around second is Bregman. Coming home.
And we're sending Bregman around third.
He will
He's in
score.
safe. RBI double for Marcelo Mayer.
And with 2 down,
Sixth
the Red
double of the
Sox,
year. A perfect
the
for
early
him.
lead.
Again,
Connor
a very
Wong
good
makes for
pitch
the
to
Red
hit.
Sox.
Rodriguez
First
isn't going to be able to
offering is
continue like this
fouled
for
off.
very much
Only
longer.
been able to score 4 runs off of
I imagine another RBI here probably
Just max out,
yanks
get
him
as
from
much
the
as you
game.
can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
In the air, right field, and that is a foul ball.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
The next offering misses.
That one high and outside
it's
for ball
1-2.
one.
Well, clear game plan coming in this one. Be aggressive against this starter. Try to knock him out of this ball game, man. It looks like they're on their way to doing that. Get into the bullpen a little bit early.
And I
That's a
should swing
strikeout.
that. I was late
And that'll
anyway.
do it for the inning.
You're going to swing at that. At least
But
be on
2
time.
round trippers in this inning. The
Devers
long ball was
starts the
working.
scoring off
It's
with the
now a
2-run home run.
4-0 ball game.
Costas
Back
follows
after
him up
this on the
immediately
show.
with a solo shot to left field. And then
Back now at Oriole Park.
Marcelo Mayer is able to bring
On the hill,
Bregman around from
Tanner Houck.
first on the double.
And a guy like this is going to keep
Tanner
it
Houck
in
on the
ball
plate
game.
now.
He's going to go out there and compete.
On the mound,
Not gonna see
3-0
a lot of
record
flair and flash,
with a
but
3.82
he's gonna hit
ERA.
it
So
over
his
the
ERA
point,
is
and
a
if
little
he
higher
can
than we'd
score a
like.
few
I
runs,
would not consider
could
it
be
bad
late.
until it
So
hits
we'll
4,
see if
but
he's able to do that for his club in this one.
you know, you
Luis
get under
Angel
3.5, I'd be
Acuna,
pretty
The
happy.
leadoff batter as he looks at ball 1. Outside low. And that's ball 2. How? With some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. And another ball.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the
That is
rotation
4
skills.
straight balls
Get
to
his mind
Luis
right to get back
Luis
on track.
Angel Acuna.
Man at first. Wenzel Perez. The next to hit. Ground ball left side. Could be 2. Safe at second.
Yeah, we don't get either one of them.
Here's the shortstop at the
I
plate.
didn't realize
Gunnar
that
Henderson.
Acuna was that fast, or I wouldn't have even tried going to
Now
second.
this one gets away from the catcher.
And now the double play is off.
And the runners will move up.
I couldn't pitch last game
Henderson
either.
With an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately.
Now
And
it's
then
off.
skips in the dirt.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no
Well,
exception.
anything's been in the strike zone.
He's struggled
Yes.
much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
Let's say it has
See if
something to
he
do
gives
with
him anything to
the
hit.
way I have to
And
record
they're
this,
all loaded up.
and that is a walk to Gunnar Henderson. So now bases are loaded, no outs for Pete Alonso.
It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
On the ground. And foul ball. Alonso working through some struggles lately. And that is downstairs.
I can't start pitching better. I may have to just
Yeah, they say baseball's a game
start-
of failure.
I may
and
just
that's
do
true even for long-time
my
major leaguers.
offensive
Sometimes
or
you'll
my
have
at-bats
tough
and
stretches just like this,
let the CPU
but
handle
he's an
pitching.
experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
And
Here's a swing and a
that is going towards the
Rafael reaching
wall.
back towards the wall. Gone.
Ugh.
Grant
A grand slam for Pete Alonso. Orioles tie it up on one swing, and there's still no outs. Another ball by Huck. I don't know if we've thrown a strike yet.
This should be a great finish.
There's one. I don't know why Kowser's even. If I was their manager, I'd say don't swing at anything.
Next offering is fouled back.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Gotta at least change how I'm sitting here, I think.
Foul off the plate. They'll do it again.
I can't.
4 runs already.
I can't pitch right now. I don't know what the problem is. I couldn't pitch last game.
To the right side.
Or,
And it goes
I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was the last one I did, or the last episode, or the episode before. It may have been the episode before, because I think that was when we did a full game. Get a strikeout.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Okay, we have thrown 11 balls and 11 strikes. 22 pitches here in the first inning for Tanner Huck.
Kobe Mayo in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering.
I seriously don't know what the problem is. It feels like I'm pressing the button at the right time. I think I have a depth perception problem. I have to start doing it earlier than I think it needs to be. Results are better than it late. At least it's in the strike zone.
1 down, base is empty. Ground ball, left side.
Gets over to that. Over to first.
The first in time.
Out number 2.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles.
This is not going to be a game for pitching.
That catches the zone for a strike.
It's fine as long as my offense can keep producing, which they should be able to.
His 30th pitch of the inning. Next offering is downstairs. The 1-1 is fouled off. And the sweeper misses for a ball. And it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
This one in the air, right field.
Yeah, it's not there. It's there.
Makes the play,
and that ends the inning.
Big damage for Baltimore on this grand
The
slam.
bleeding kind of sort of stopped.
And
They had
welcome
2
back to
hits
the
and got
ballpark.
4 runs.
Leading off, Cedar Rafaela.
First batter reached on a walk. Second reached on a fielder's choice. Henderson reached on a walk.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Kowser going back, has
They may not have given the fielder's choice to the second guy. They may have given that an actual hit.
Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Duran now.
fouled off left side. Rodriguez, in his 5th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a curve, and he works in a 2-seamer. Kowser on the move.
Back to the warning. Not
Makes
quite
the
the warning
grab
track.
for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in for
Campbell
Boston,
now.
Christian Campbell.
1 for 1. Had that little bloop single earlier.
It's softly on the ground,
on the
left
ground.
side. Slides for the stop. Gathers and throws. And
Jordan
very
Westburg
nicely
makes the
done.
play.
And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Tyler O'Neill. And a foul ball. Tied at 4. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got him swinging. Here's Adley Rutschman. That's in there.
I think it was
Strike
opening.
one.
All right, Boog. So I was
Okay, I
scrolling
couldn't
through
get
social
anything.
media the other day, and a video of Adley popped up. It was a clip of him playing college football for Oregon State. How athletic is this guy? He tackled Stanford great Christian McCaffrey. Seriously, what can't Rushman do on the field?
Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1 and 2 is the count.
Hacks and
Got him.
misses. It's a strikeout.
Out number
Definitely
2.
need to chase a little
Strikeout
bit
number
out of the
2.
zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count. Get the guy in the box. on his
And
feet.
that's over
Right
Costas.
into first.
So after a very explosive first innings from both teams,
Back here at the ballpark, let's
Relatively
check out the latest news from around the league.
second.
And that is out of play.
Well,
You know, these
height
Red
wasn't the problem,
Sox
it's the fact
do
that I
a
was
good
late.
job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because
That one's
it
hit
really
back.
hasn't happened.
There's a
They've
gap
made
between
contact on nearly
short and
100%
third.
of their swings.
And here's the
And
first
Casas
baseman,
now.
Tristan Casas.
He, of course, went deep
He's
in his
already
last
homered
at
in this
bat.
game. Swings and blasts
Oh, that one
deep
may
to
be
left
going out
center.
too.
That's back. Tattoo
It
the
is
tater town.
372.
And gone.
Tristan Casas with
Another
his second
homer. His
home run of the
second home run
day.
of the game. Just like that, they move in front. It's 6-4.
He's hitting everything
He only
opposite
needed
field.
one swing to square it up.
Not wasting
I don't know
any
what
time
that
in that
means,
at-bat,
but
Boog.
he's hitting
Aggressive,
it all
and
opposite
paid
field.
off.
And now it's
Yeah,
Alex
okay.
Bregman.
I know what it means if he's hitting it opposite field. I don't know what it means for him as a hitter.
Out to center. Perez under
Bregman
it.
is going to fly out to center field.
He's got it.
But that's just the
And there's
first
one
out
down.
as Devers reached and
Anthony Santander up next for the Red
Casas
Sox.
brought him
0 for
him
1 with a
and
fly out
himself
to center.
home. Santander to the plate now. Kicks, deals.
Swing and a
Foul
foul
off.
straight back.
Good contact on that. Literally.
Pitch
Yeah,
misses
that's
there,
right.
and it's 1-1.
Clearly,
1-1.
he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Out towards left center.
It's good contact.
O'Neal
but
drifts
just
towards
a
it.
little bit late.
Puts it away for the out.
Santander flies
And
out.
there's 2 down.
2 at bats for
2
Santander.
down, bases
Hasn't
empty.
done anything
Now here is Marcelo
productive. Hit that first one pretty far.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air
Rodriguez
out to
still is
center.
giving a lot of
Perez
very hittable pitches. I'm not making him pay as much as I
makes the
should.
grab, and that
I mean,
is
we've got
that.
6 runs, but
But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of... Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and now the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. The shortstop
That missed.
takes
That's
the
a
ball.
come
The
on.
offense has gotten going,
One
and
ball,
a
no
pitcher
ball.
wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
In there at the knees.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
0-2 to
Since
Alonso.
debuting in 2019, no
Gotta be
player
careful
in the
with him.
majors
He
has hit more homers.
Kind of hurt us in the
than
last
Pete
at
Alonso.
Can't hurt us that much again. He could tie it up, though.
Cuts and
Like a pretty
misses.
similar
It's a
situation, but he
strikeout.
goes down on strike. You say a pretty similar situation to what we had
Colton
Casas in.
Cowser, the next to hit
earlier.
for the Orioles. Yeah, that's fouled off. Hauk ready to fire now.
That's the ball.
Man at first, 1 away. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And that one ripped to left.
Yeah,
And foul ball. Henderson stands at first.
Durant could have gotten there in time to stop it.
Now a high fly ball out to left center.
Pop up.
Rafaela drops into the glove, and there's 2 away.
First.
Kobe Mayo, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's 0 for 1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Got him. He picks up his
3 straight sweepers, all low. And we get Kobe Mayo to
John Shambi with Chris Singleton and set to lead
top
off
the fourth now. I think we can afford to leave Huck in at least as long as
that's a fair ball.
at least as long as Rodriguez is in, but that might cause them to pull him.
So a man at first. Ceddanne Rafaela now at the plate. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit.
Put runners on first and second.
Throw back in quickly. First and second
about
now
now?
with nobody out.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Nice job going the opposite way with it.
There he goes.
Travel and not allowing
The Orioles
ball
will
to
make the
poke
move
around
to
ball.
pull
It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands
Grayson
roll over.
Rodriguez
It's
from the game. Goes
So the
3
lineup
full innings,
flips
gives
over.
up 6.
Now batting Jaron Durant. Pull for
And
2
these 2
in
runs
this
will also
one.
be his if we bring them around to score.
A sliding stop at short. There's one to first, not in time.
Get the runner at second. They do
Great
not
effort there.
get Duran because he's a speedy boy.
For anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong
They
throw
either
for
don't
the
have
out.
a-
Great play.
Wells keeping him close.
They're going to a long reliever because Tyler Wells, I think, is actually a starter. But even still, even with in the 4th, I would have still gone to a lefty if I
Here
had
comes
one.
the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike.
Right
Safe
at
at
second now, double
and
play
that
off the
was
table.
not close.
Well, in theory, ground ball
Red Sox
double plays
leading
off
it
the
by
table.
2.
We could still get doubled up with bad base running.
To third. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The run scores from third.
Long in
to
to
first,
score,
and he beats
and
it.
Campbell will
Safe
reach
as the
first
run
safely.
scores.
7-4.
Rafael Devers up to hit.
And Rafael
He's already
Devers is
homered
back
here
up
in
to the
this one.
plate. He's been very productive in his 2 at-bats so far.
Ground ball to the
And
right
that's not
side.
it.
Throws to Henderson. Back to the pitcher.
Will affect in the
It's
inning.
a double play. Nice. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Now at the plate, Jordan Westberg. In the first
Huck,
pitch,
we do need to
misses
keep
for
an eye on
ball
his
one.
pitch
Well, he
count
hasn't
because
quite
he's
settled in out there. 4 runs.
I
in
think this will
3
be pitch
innings.
number
He's going to
65.
have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
And there's a ball.
Back to not hitting the zone.
That one's spoiled, and the count
That was
now
not a
2-1.
good pitch.
On the ground to the left, Meyer. Slings
Ran it
to
over to
first.
Mayer,
Leadoff
and
hitter
he is
retired
able to
in the
put
fourth.
the.
Here's Tyler
get the out.
O'Neill. His first at bat was a strikeout.
I don't know when y'all see this, but in real life, the Red Sox actually just called up Marcelo Mayer.
That misses,
that's
and
low.
it's 1-0.
Well, I think the key.
Again, he does
if
make his
can get
debut
through
earlier
one more
for
inning,
them than he is
anything
for us.
After that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined
Of course,
up good enough.
same
to
thing
get
applies
to,
to
the
Campbell.
line.
He made his debut a year later. I don't think they've called up Roman Anthony
One
yet.
down, base is empty.
Probably for good reason. And that is going to go opposite field for Tyler O'Neill. Just barely a home run.
Nails one out to right.
Like, that was a foot lower. It's a
The
double.
season, and they cut into the lead. It's 7-5.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business.
Red Sox by 2. And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
What's that, number
It's a
2?
good recovery, though, after giving up the
This will
home
be
run.
Huck's last inning.
Not allowing
Um,
it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Did pitch well. Actually, I don't know if he pitched long enough to
He comes
be
up empty there.
in line for the win or not.
Started after the
So he went
0-1
around.
pitch, and now a
Sweet.
check down
0-2 to
first.
Acuna.
And he went around. Rule to swing. This to third.
Ground ball to Bregman. Bregman over to
Over
Casas.
first, and that ends the inning.
That's out number 3.
But not before they answer back
Tyler
with a
O'Neill
solo
does hurt
home
us.
run. It's now 7-5. You're dialed into the show. Back
So
here
5
in
runs on
Baltimore,
5 hits.
new
Very
inning
efficient.
started.
5
Here's
runs
the
for the
cleanup
Orioles.
hitter, Tristan Casas.
Casas, 2 for 2 now. 2 home runs.
On the ground right side.
That was one that he could have taken out. I didn't get a very good
Toss to
swing on it.
Alonso, and the leadoff hitter retired in
If
the
I
fifth.
sit and wait just a little bit
Here's Alex
longer, it
Bregman.
probably
1 for 2.
is his 3rd straight. Bregman, though, is going to get one. 444 for the 3rd baseman, and we retake a 3-run lead.
His 7th home run of the season, and they add a run. It's 8-5. That's their 4th home run of the game.
Bregman with 1, Devers with 1, Casas with 2. Outside to Anthony Santander.
Santander
Scared of him.
takes ball 1 off the plate.
I don't blame him. He's got like 90+ power for against righties and lefties. Of course, the righties are pitching to Devers, and he had 44 home runs last year, so I don't know.
1 down, base is empty. Had a slider in there for a
Ooh,
strike.
that gets called a strike. I don't like that call. Don't like that at all.
Swings through that.
Oh,
It's a strikeout.
way early on that.
Way out in front of that.
And that was a pitch we had to
Just
swing at because we would have been
exactly the opposite
called
kind
out
of
either
approach
way.
that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you
Santander
recognize
0 for
it,
3 so
shut
far
up
in his
so that you
debut.
can at least put the ball in
But the
play.
bright side of things, the offense around him has been very
Even
good.
more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
2 down, nobody on. Puts it in the air out towards left center. O'Neill.
There's
Should
out
have this
number
one.
3, Marcelo Mayer with a
Brings
long
it in.
fly out.
And that'll do it.
And that'll take us to the bottom of the 5th inning, where we will see a new pitcher. So, lefty is what I'm seeing. Bubic is tired. He's a little tired. He's the only lefty I have in the
Stretches
bullpen.
their lead
We should
even
probably
further.
fix that.
It's now 8-5. You're watching Red Sox baseball on the show, New England. Perez, up for the 3rd time here, watches that one miss. Bunting for a hit. Barehand scoop to first.
Bregman barehands it and gets it over to Casas. What a play by Alex Bregman. Big play on offense and a nice little highlight reel. Defensive play.
Henderson in the box again, takes a strike. And that
To
misses.
Gunnar Henderson.
And that is ball
It's going to
1.
be 1.
And there's a foul
Fouls
ball.
that off for strike 2.
1 out, base is empty. And a slider misses down and away. That one down the line, and that's
Strike two
just
again.
foul. Next pitch misses
outside.
way outside.
Full count now. Gunnar Henderson.
Swing and a high fly ball to left.
Fly ball, but Duran has got plenty of speed to get out there.
And there's 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's
On the
his friend, he'll
series,
give him a second
Pete
to
Alonso
catch
has
his
5
ball before
RBIs,
he's
and
ready
of
to
course,
deal the next
4 of
pitch.
those were in this game.
Alonso
That
at the
missed, that's
plate
a ball.
now.
One hit.
That's ball 1.
Pete Alonso, 4-time All-Star, 19, 22, 23, 24. Hasn't made it yet in this series,
Swing and a miss.
but he's, of course, now found a change of scenery moving from New York to Baltimore.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 and 2's the count.
Swing and a miss.
And he goes down
Struck him
on
out.
strikes. Bubic with a good inning. Probably won't see him
Top
again.
6. Here's the catcher, Connor
I just
Wong.
wanted him to get through that set of people who were
And first offering is fouled
Not as
off.
strong against
These
lefties.
Red Sox, simply put, are
Jason
producing a
Ramirez,
lot of
Jose
quality
Ramirez
swings. They
is
have 5 extra base hits
second
on the stat
in
sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing
American
the ball
League
out
in
of the pitcher's
steals.
hand really well.
As we are 0-2.
And now 1
Outside.
and 2.
With all those extra base hits, it's
1-2.
easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Swing and a high fly ball right field.
Crochet's third in the majors or third in the American League in ERA. That's cool.
1 down.
Schwellenbach is at a
Rafael up next for the
.34.
Red Sox. That's hard hit on the line.
Well, got a pretty good hit on the ball, but right to the left fielder. Duran still hasn't reached base yet.
For 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Next offering popped in
Shouldn't have
the
swung
air,
at that. That's
right
on me.
field.
But he's 0 for 4
Kowser
today.
makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So
We're at the bottom of the 6th inning now. Yeah, we're going to pull Bubich for probably Brash. Yeah.
Now pitching for Boston. Number 47.
that one not close. 1-0.
Ball, that's down.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
He's in for a strike.
Fouls one off.
Breaking stuff is breaking too much on me. That's the problem.
Fights it off. You'll see another.
That's a slider that breaks that much. Man. I didn't really pay attention to the letters. I thought it said slurve with the way the break was, but oh, he does throw a slurve. That's probably
Left-hand
what I
batter
was thinking of.
waits. Swing at a ball lifted
Pop out to
center
shallow
field.
left center field.
Makes the play, and there's one away.
That's a
My
really
microphone
nice
takes a
play,
nosedive.
reaching back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little
Kobe
tricky,
Mayo up now.
especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Nope, ball.
Outside
Base
ball
is
one.
empty,
Couldn't
one
get him
away
to chase.
here in the bottom of the 6th.
Slayer's got a little bit more downward movement
Next
to it.
offering in there for a strike, and it's
You
1
can
and
see the
1.
break on that pitch. That was kind of crazy.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 and 2's the count. Ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Santander has this one sized up. 2 down.
It's under it for second out.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westberg. First offering
Santander
misses badly for ball
Was a
1.
left fielder by trade in Toronto. We, of course, moved him over to right field
Check
to
swing,
take
close
Willie
strike.
Abreu's spot.
2 outs, base is empty.
Abreu is still on the team.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside
Essentially
ball,
made him our
ball 2.
Turned him into our backup utility outfielder and moved Roman Anthony
And a swing
back down
and
to
a miss,
AAA.
And that's that. 1-2. We go to the top of the 7th. So
I
stepping
think
in
there
for
may be a
Boston,
certain point where we may
Christian
have to try
Campbell.
and package him in a deal to get something.
Hit on the
I
ground
don't really
to
know
short.
what. There's not
Henderson
really a major hole in our roster now.
fires over to first. And they get the
I mean,
leadoff
give or
hitter in
take
the
how you
7th.
feel about second and shortstop.
Here's Rafael Devers, and it was a homer back in the first
Flushing
inning
back
that got
to
his
the
day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run
Devers home run.
blast, and that swing will
No
give him
doubter.
confidence the rest of the way.
He is 3 for 3 today. Or 2 for 3 today, excuse me. Home run and a single.
And it's fouled away.
I wanted that really bad, and it wasn't where I thought it was. Although with a better swing, I could have still done some damage with it. That's a perfect. That's going to go right to the center field. I've said it before. Devers has 91 contact and 99 power against righties. It's a perfect on a pitch that is very much a good pitch to hit. Why is it a line out, a soft liner to the center fielder? I'm not necessarily saying every one of those should be a home
This
run,
guy's got 2 home
but
runs already.
God.
Now he's going for number 3.
Ball 1
No,
there.
that's down. Ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of
Because
inning
that just
number
tells me the
7.
only thing that kept me from hitting that any further was RNG.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping them in striking distance.
That missed by a lot.
That's
And the
outside
count is
ball
2-2.
too.
Now a screamer into the outfield. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
So not the best pitchers duel, although Huck was better than Rodriguez.
That clips a corner. Swing and a foul straight back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. Here's the catcher to hit. Adley Rutschman. Going one.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike. The Red Sox leading by 3. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Dunks one into left.
Yes, sir. Okay, you have a little bit more urgency throwing it back into second
Back
base.
against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And a
But you're getting
1-1.
tired, so this will be the last we see.
That's a slider for a strike.
Brash. Play ball here.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
That'd be fantastic.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll
He's
see
just gonna
another.
Foul off pitch after
Rutschman
pitch.
at first, 1 gone. Swing and a miss. Struck
Brash
him
is at
out
30
with a
pitches, but he
slider,
does get the
and there's 2
strikeout on
gone.
Acuna.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it falls. And now first and second with 2 outs. Big spot, and up steps Gunnar Henderson. And a first pitch fastball is in
Gunnar
for a
Henderson's
strike.
very dangerous bat.
Just
Hasn't hurt us so far, but we didn't really give him anything to hit the first time.
and a pop
That's
up
going to
right
be a
side
pop
foul
up into
territory.
foul territory. Costas
And
is
the
under it.
inning
There's the end of
is
the inning.
over. 2 left. Back now at Oriole
Van
Park
Brash
for the
gets
top of
us-
the 8th. Now it's Alex
Did you do
Bregman.
2 scoreless?
Wells back to work. High fly ball out towards left
love
center.
ball, but
Harris
out.
under this one. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder.
Okay,
Anthony
something there. Don't go hitless in your
0
debut.
for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Laugh at you.
Hard
Here we
grounder
go.
into the outfield for a knock.
Base hit for Anthony Santander, his
Going
first
on the
hit
board
as
now,
a Red
1
Sox.
away. And the batter will be the shortstop,
Would
Marcelo
have loved
Meyer.
it if he could have given it a ride, but we'll take it. Cool.
Back one.
In the dirt, but kept
I
close.
don't know what I saw there. It wasn't that though. I saw it before it broke, is what I saw.
Tap foul at the plate.
You know, second in the American League in average currently. I doubt that holds, but
Double play ball to second.
Mayer's going to hit that to the
Off
second
balance
baseman
feet,
over
there's
to
one. To
Henderson.
first, nah,
But he
in
reaches
time.
base, legs it out. That's why
Great
you
effort there.
hustle.
Connor Wong
Give up on it.
next for the Red Sox.
Mayer's
1
really
for
not that
3.
fast.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Kowser coming on.
Long is going to
And he
fly out
makes the
there, so that
catch. And that is that.
a little bit of hard base running by Marcelo Mayer is not going to produce anything. Bottom of the 8th here. This looks like a Brian Abreu spot. Brian Abreu was our big signing in the offseason.
Defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a
There
play.
wasn't
If
really
you get
anything
this to
else
the
that
ninth
we
with a 3-run lead, it should
needed.
be a W.
Next pitch is outside.
2 balls, no strikes.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Why was Santander playing so far towards center field?
And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Alonso's in easily with a double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
High fly ball out to center field. He's got it. And there's one
Okay,
away.
stop
Now he
with.
launches
Oh
a
my
throw over
God.
his head. And this ball's going to wind up on the play. So a big-time costly mistake.
How did you gather and throw and then throw it 5 feet over Campbell's head?
Throw back into the infield is so critical, but so many times it's easily overlooked. You can't be careless about it as an outfielder. Doesn't matter if you're throwing to a base or a cutoff. You have to give them something that they can handle. That cost them a run. As a
I was
result.
about to yell at him for, stop gathering, throw it in. You're a major league player. It shouldn't be that hard of a throw. And then he somehow made it worse. And Kobe Mayo is going to make it a 1-run game. Oh my goodness.
Price of admission. It's 8-7.
This crowd is on fire right now.
Evidently Brian Abreu can't pitch anywhere besides Houston.
Westberg, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
I don't think
And
he's
that's
been
in there
very
for
good
a
for us
strike,
this
and now
year.
it's even. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings and
Got
misses,
Westberg.
struck him out.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death with 2 strikes.
Tyler O'Neill has a home run this game.
Halfway to the
The fact that he's batting 8th is crazy.
And you know you're going to have no chance of touching
His
it.
Orioles lineup is really good.
Sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
I would say that they do have a better lineup than we do
And the
overall.
count even 1-1.
This is a close game. It's high leverage. Even if it's late, hold them right there and try to win in the bottom of the 9th if you don't tie it up in this 8th.
Next offering way
Outside.
off the plate. Gets a piece there. We'll do it
Fouled
again.
off.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
So technically one of those runs for Abreu is not earned
He's got it, and
because
that'll end the inning.
Alonso reached directly off of the error.
We're back.
But
It's the top of the 9th.
still
And
not
there's a
real
new
happy
pitcher
with
on
his
the mound.
performance there.
Yennier Cano.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the
Near
game.
Cano nearly
Rafaela
hits
jumps out of the
Rafaela.
way of ball 1. Ground ball up the middle.
Gotta hit that a little harder.
Now one
Hit that a little
ball in
harder.
the
It's
ninth.
probably a base hit.
Jaron Duran digs in now.
Duran with a big
0
0
He's
for
flied out
today.
3 times and also grounded out.
Not anymore.
Ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one
Jaron
is
Duran
gone.
hits the crap out of that ball. 439, bounces it off of one of those rock pillars.
Home run number
Rock-
5 on
That
the
is brick,
season.
one of those
It's
brick pillars.
9-7. That's their 5th homer
And
of
we
the
have a
game.
2-run lead
Man,
again.
they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like
See,
a
it's
home
the
run
same place
derby
that
up
ball
here.
that
Now it's gonna
Devers
be
had last
Christian
inning
Campbell.
was. Why didn't it go
First
out?
offering is fouled
And
off.
Devers has more power than Duran does. I don't know. It's all RNG.
On the ground, right side. Slinging
Campbell
into
will ground
first
out to
in
second
time.
base.
2 down
But
bases.
we do have a little
empty.
wiggle room
Now
at
here's the
least.
Red Sox
That-
DH,
that you like to
Rafael
see.
Devers. Swing and a ground
Devers back
ball
up the middle, and he's gonna reach
middle.
base.
Finds its way through base hit. So he gets
Rafael
on
Devers
base
has had a
and
good
keeps it
game.
going. At the
Good bit of
plate,
hitting on his
Tristan
part. Those are 2
Casas.
outs.
That one fouled off. Devers, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a foul out of play.
Would love it to not have to bring in Alex Lane to get a save.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
I'm going to swing at that. I've got to be on time.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Managing to stay alive here.
2 outs. Out to short.
And that'll do it.
They take the force out, and that's the 3rd out.
But we do get one off of the Jarren Duran solo home run to give him a hit on the day. And we are in the 9th inning going to turn to our closer, Alex Lane.
It's now a 9
base runners per inning.
You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively.
But if he's getting saves, I don't really care that much.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
And that misses. And now it's even 1-1.
He has been getting saves. Of course, we moved him into the closer role about mid-season last year. We had traded for Matt Brash at the start of the year to be the closer.
Now 2-2.
Playing we picked up in the Rule 5, and I didn't really expect it to be him.
Out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Brash really struggled and playing over.
Swing and a chopper out to short. And it's through for a hit.
That's how you
And a
get
good
hurt.
start to the inning. Singy, that's a start.
And so Langer allows base.
I could see down in the dugout, guys pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
Yeah.
Acuna in the box now. Takes strike 1. Headed towards the corner. Makes the
Dares to
grab
go a
one
long
down.
way. Look at that outfield reaction.
Well, those can be
And a
pretty fun
gorgeous
to
throw.
put it into his highest gear and go a long way to
That's how you
track
do
that
it,
one
sir.
down. Nothing better than that.
Catches
You
it,
feel like a wide
immediately
receiver
spins,
playing
and just a rocket
He's 2 outs away.
into the second baseman.
Perez getting ready to hit.
That's
Just
the ball.
missed.
They call this batter a gamer because
One
he
ball, no
always
strikes.
seems to perform better when it matters most. Who doesn't want a guy like that on your team?
With the
Winfield
tying
Perez,
run at the plate, and the home team
number 2
trying to
hitter
pull
for
it
the
out.
Orioles, up to the plate.
And a base hit right there. Here comes the
Look
throw.
at that.
And that forces
He is
the
out here
field on at second,
trying.
2 on with 1 away.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Just a cookie down.
Hunter
the middle.
Henderson up
Those are the
now.
ones you dream about. Ones in the
Best
cage,
player on
you're
this
just hoping
Orioles
you get in
team.
the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity.
Got 2 runners
Right
on.
top of
He
it.
represents the
Really
winning
important
run.
at bat coming up now. Well, all eyes on the double play ball. in
Forward to
this
let the
spot.
runner on
No
second
better way
in.
to get out of this
Rather not, but we can.
Dive, and he's got it.
Campbell with an amazing timing stop.
Oh, man,
Hit
great
Gunnar
diving
Henderson.
play
What
over there
a
to
play
prevent the
by
winning
Christian
run from
Campbell.
reaching base. Here in the 9th inning, that's
Probably didn't
absolutely
save a run, but
huge.
it
You
did
love to
give
see
us an
that
out that we
kind of
weren't going to
play in
have.
Big moments by the defense.
Lays out for it. And gets it over to Costas. What a
Orioles
play.
down to their final out.
Sports
So
Center
now the
top
Orioles
10, where
cleanup
you
hitter,
at?
Pete Alonso. Late swing, foul
But now
ball.
Pete Alonso's.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Just
I
missed.
think Santander probably had a big enough arm that we could have got the runner at home.
Strike
Just
2,
judging
and
from
there's
those
a real
throws into
chance
second.
They get out of this without allowing a run. The Orioles down to their final strike. That's down and in.
I would honestly almost rather walk Pete Alonso than give him anything even halfway decent to
And
hit.
now it's 3-2.
Because at the end of the day, he's the winning run anyway.
Trying to keep the game alive.
He
here
gets out, the
in
game's
bottom of
over.
the
If he,
ninth. Swing
he
and
gets
foul
a hit,
ball
they
at the plate. They'll do it again.
at least put it within one, maybe tie it. If it leaves the yard, they win.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Draw third strike, one to Casas. Red Sox
And the
win.
strikeout ends it.
Start of a new month is a great
Big
chance to hit the
offensive
reset button.
improvement in
Whether
this
you're coming
game.
in hot or cold, getting that win today is a
As
great
we saw
feeling
Tristan
to
Costas go
continue through the
deep
rest of the
twice.
month.
And
Devers went deep
9-7
once.
is
Duran
the
went
final
deep
here
once.
in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout.
And the Red Sox are going to win it 9-7. Not a game for pitching. Bubic does get the win. Lang picks up his 11th save. Campbell had that incredible catch. Bregman also went deep. I forgot about him. Santander did get a hit in his Red Sox debut. It was just a single, but it was still a hit. We take those. And we will move to 16 and 17. Sea Dogs can. Okay. We will look at our scouting. Oh, and there we find a Connie Chu, South Korea. I've never seen an Asian with that much facial hair. But hey, Fernando Guerrero, draft rank 11. Or they're ranking him 11th. We've got him at 3rd. I don't know if there's any generational type players in this class or not. This guy looks pretty good. His first baseman looks like he could be pretty good, but we're picking at 22nd, so we're probably out on any of those guys. I am going to do like 17 and down, I think is a pretty safe bet. Maybe even 15 and down. And of course, any of the guys that we discover are safe bets as well. When is our first game against Toronto? We'll look to that game as a game to play. Santander gets to go back against his former team. Plus, we'll have a little over a month of simulation done at that time, so we can evaluate where we are as of June. And, maybe see, okay, do we need to package Roman Anthony and somebody else in a deal to get whatever? Although we have, no budget, so. But you see all of our big contracts. Santander keeps his power numbers and doesn't regress. That's really a good contract for him. Tristan Casas' contract I will hold is extremely cheap for what he's giving us. He did have the absolute best season of his career last year. 23.62 and a 3.09 average. Devers finally is earning his contract. He did last year 44.102 and a 2.76 average. 6 more home runs in his career high. And he's slowly getting better against lefties. Bregman is getting better for us. And he's continued to have very good, very productive years. And so we managed to get him on a cheap deal. What I would consider a cheap deal. Crochet was going to get paid regardless. He's a 91 overall at 27 years old. If we let him hit free agency, it was going to cost over $40 million. Duran's contract is the one that I don't really care for now because he was good in 2025 and then not great there in one less game. 30 less RBIs, 11 less home runs, and his average was a lot worse. Here, it's kind of shaping out more towards the 2026 version, not the 2025. So Duran's a guy that we may look to move. We looked at but that's a future problem. For now, we are currently. Actually, I think we're on a winning streak because I think we won the game before against Baltimore. We are. Oh, we're on a 3-game winning streak. So there's just no pitching happening in this matchup. 12-10 and a 9-7. This one will probably be like 1-0. But I will see you guys in the next one. This is Friar Chuck saying bye-bye.